On an eerie Monday night, you guys, welcome into our spooktacular sports den this week, getting to celebrate Halloween with you guys. We love what our crew did with the decorations, but I'm Blythe Whaley alongside Mary Rominger, and we are so glad we get to be here with you enjoying Halloween.
Yes, I can't wait. I'm dressed as Batgirl, if you can't tell, and I love your Halloween spirit with the dress. It's so fun, and you can feel the energy around Blaine today. It's awesome.
No, I should have introduced you as Batgirl instead of Mary, but throughout my time celebrating Halloween over the years, you have like a special candy that you're always looking forward to around the holiday?
Oh, a candy. I think Reese's is top of the line for me. I feel like that's a common denominator for everyone, right? Reese's?
Yeah, true. I mean, no, whenever, especially when I was younger, what was in like the Halloween, your little trick-or-treat bag, if people put in like an apple. Were you excited or were you like, why? Why did this
Never happened to me, but it's a horror story I've heard about.
Yeah. Well, you guys, so much fun on our Halloween episode, but our teams have been having fun, of course, with playoffs. We can feel it in the air. They continue to bring out the spookiness.
We begin with the 1 seed in Section 6-5A, Spring Lake Park hosting 5 seed Irondale. The Panthers are gunning for their 6th state tournament berth in the last 7 seasons. It was a stalemate early on, no score through 24 minutes. Then the play SLP had been waiting for. Freshman Lamari Brown, 35 yards to pay dirt. Now we're talking. Braden Talso finds the seam and takes it all the way to the house for his 15th rushing TD of the season. Later in the fourth quarter, SLP adds to its lead with a 2-yard pass from Talso to Mikey Say in the end zone. Panthers in front 21-0. Irondale would get on the board soon after a 15-yard score. Freddie Bankston to Alex Sabev to make it a 2-possession ball game. That's until Talso and Brown combined for another huge play. It was Talso on the run, then he pitched it to Brown and he's gone. It was those 4 second-half Panthers touchdowns that boosted SLP to the 28-7 win. There you see it again. Talso, he looked like he was going the distance, but he thinks quickly on his feet, and there the duo and SLP secure the win to advance in the tournament. Next up for the Panthers, it's 3 seed Rogers in the section championship with a trip to state on the line, and it was all the work on the ground that Irondale couldn't stop. SLP 294 rushing yards, and it was just a strong performance. Brown with the 2 touchdowns, great freshman confidence to get the job done, and again 28-7 final. SLP advances. Here in the 6-5A bracket, it'll be Spring Lake Park and Rogers, the 3 seed, on November 4th at 7 p.m. and you can catch that game on North Metro TV. Rogers is 7-3 and defeated Monticello 20-12 to advance to the tourney. Monticello was the 2 seed and had the first round bye with SLP, so the championship, it's on. Rogers playing some of their best football of the season right now.
But more spookiness as we get to see the Bengals heading out onto the field as they take on Edina. This massive run. First you see him, then you don't. Brady Anderson all the way to score that opening touchdown. And he's basically slithered his way all the way there. Michael Douglas, though, fighting back, gets Blaine to tie this game back up 7 apiece. But as you know, both these teams, nobody's ready to slow down. McElroy hands it to Anderson. Edina back up 14-7. Douglas, again, guys, Douglas comes up big time here for Blaine to tie this game back up. This play going for it on 4th down, finding Jack Johnson in the end zone. What a play for the Bengals. But of course, McElroy can also send it long, finding Villegas to reel this one in. 21-21 our score before Warpsinski finds a touchdown for Edina. the Bengals, Michael Douglas. Has he done everything he can? He seems to keep surprising everyone as the Bengals push their way to tie this game up late. Only 4 minutes left. It's Brady Anderson, the rock star here for this Edina squad all the way. You see how fast of a bullet he took off, 35-28.
More in the opening round of the Blaine Edina game summary.
Yeah, you take a look at those rushing yards. Holy smokes, Brady Anderson, 214. I think he had some rushing yards in his goodie bag for Halloween. Wow, 3 touchdowns helping the Hornets get that 35-28 game. But really it comes down 326 rushing yards. Nothing to sneeze at. That's incredible.
A back and forth game and a heartbreaker for Blaine, but Edina gets the job done. And we have more in the opening round of the Class 6A bracket. The winner here plays Edina, Centennial, and Park of Cottage Grove. Buckle up for what was a high-scoring affair. Cougars strike first early with a 1-yard touchdown from Dalen Cummings. Park of Cottage Grove ties it up on the next drive. A monster play as Sam Barrett hits O.T. Omot. And Omot racks up the yak, a 78-yard touchdown to make it 7-7. It's back and forth late in the quarter. Park takes the lead with the 97-yard touchdown run. Brown Jr. goes up the middle all the way to the house for what was a wild first quarter. From then on, Centennial star running back Marcus Whitting exploded for 4 touchdowns. First, he gets through to the end zone on this play from a yard out from the goal line. Then a 10-yard rushing TD put the Cougars up 28-14. Shout out to that blocking from the Centennial O-line. The floodgates are open. Park can't just seem to stop the Cougars defense from breaking free on the ground. And how about this to seal the deal? An interception late, and it turns into points. Centennial will advance to within the tournament with the 41-24 victory. And it'll be Edina and Centennial at 7 p.m. on November 4th. A tale of 2 different halves in this one. I mean, a close game where Park seemed to find their stride late in the first quarter and second quarter, but from then on, it's Whitting, 21 rushing yards, 143 all-purpose yards, it seems, and 4 touchdowns. Ty Burgoon with 13 rushing yards, 74 yards, a touchdown. Centennial, 381 rushing yards. It's the game through the trenches for Centennial, able to get the job done and move on in the tournament. So this is what we have. It's a massive 6A football bracket, but here's the lower right corner. Edina and Centennial will go head-to-head November 4th at 7 p.m., and the winner of that one will face either Rosemont or Wayzata. And between Edina and Centennial, 2 very strong teams with a strong rushing attack, I should say. So whoever can win the battle in the trenches, Blythe, I imagine, will be the winner. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, and you think about just what our football teams have gone through, but all of our sports teams have really had just tremendous seasons. But our football teams, best of luck as you finish out this last part. But you guys, football isn't the only spooky sport we have on deck for you today. As we bump over to volleyball, our ladies have also been bringing the magic. Spring Lake Park at Hopkins. As you hear our music, our team's getting ready, and right out of the gates, getting to see Hopkins strike early. This is Georgia Holicki putting it down and finding that opening. But Spring Lake Park's Greta Herzig has something to say about it. Pops this one back over the net to put the Panthers back in this game. As Spring Lake Park aces the serve, Lily Morrell has a few of those throughout the game. Hopkins continues to work as a team and get this ball to find the floor. Lily Morrell, again, serving this up, but Halicki is putting it down. So it doesn't matter who got that ball over the net. It's really, you see which team is able to find those points. But Spring Lake Park gets to celebrate as that one goes long. But look at that, right at the net. These teams fighting this battle out. And Hopkins coming over, that's Jennings. You saw the air she got hopping off the court. See the power and the skill it takes to get these points. Panthers pushing their way, trying to stay in this game, but nonetheless, Jennings helps solidify the win for Hopkins, 3-2.
A very close and back and forth battle, it felt like at times, Blythe. But we'll transition now to the Section 7 4A bracket. Centennial takes on Coon Rapids in the opening round of the tournament. The Cougars have put together a very strong season, and they hope it continues here in the postseason. Cougars with a big lead in set one. Elena Heike with an absolute rocket before, and then there's the service ace. Heike seals the deal in set one. And now on to set two. Centennial handling business in this one, no question about it. Cassie Soskinski lays down the hammer from the outside. Centennial secures set 2 and 4. The straight set sweep. It's a nice defensive effort. Boom, the double block puts Centennial up 19-5. Here's set point. The serve goes out of bounds, and Centennial will advance in the tournament with the straight sets victory over Coon Rapids. Take a look at how this game played out. Heike with 6 kills, 6 aces, 2 digs. She can really find ways to get the job done in all assets of the game. McClellan, 17 assists. She had herself 2 kills, and we saw one of those. Peterson, 7 digs, 2 assists. Kosowski, 5 kills. Everyone able to contribute to a clean victory over Coon Rapids.
But Blaine had something to say about Anoka having to go on the road to take them on here in the quarterfinal. Yeah. Getting started, Anoka is gonna find this early point. Look how powerful, how high up she gets Logan Brent. Finding the emphasis, but the Blaine Bengals stay in it as Sydney Carlson serves the ace. The Bengals continue to fight. You see them winning it there as that one rolls off the net. Ultimately, the Bengals, you see them go wide, having to fight against Anoka, but 2 players diving and nobody can get it. Anoka, tornadoes, really bringing that tornado. You can feel it. This ball swirling around. The Bengals finding that ball as it gets put down. But really what's happening here is the Blaine Bengals are fighting as they go through these sets, able to win the last 2 of the sets. You see the Bengals having some tough luck against some of these hits by the tornadoes. But in the end, Jillian Hansen and Gemma Hansen are able to help make Blaine the victorious Bengals in this game, 3-1.
Ooh, I love the energy, so exciting. And that means, you know, Blaine advances,
I think it's just our
Centennial
discipline.
advances.
We really work hard and we really trust each other, and that's what helped us. I thought it went pretty good. I mean, yeah, like Jillian said, we had a tough second set. We kind of let the ball go there, but I think that was just a mental game, but we definitely picked it up in the second and third to get our win.
As we take a look at that game, Summary Hansen, 11 kills for Gemma Hansen, I should say, because there's also Jillian Hansen who brought in 11 kills, 2 digs as well. But C. Brown, 12 kills, 11 digs. You really just see the team effort. 39 assists from Aber, and that all totals in our Bengals, getting that 3-1 victory over the Tornadoes.
So now we'll see Blaine and Centennial in the next round of the 7 4A bracket. It's the 5 seed against the 4 seed. And it's one we've all been waiting for. 2 of the area's teams going head to head, which means you'll automatically have higher intensity, far more emotion, and it makes it that much more exciting. There's Blaine with an early point in set 1, but Centennial climbing back with the 10-7 lead, and the strike down the middle is too much for Blaine to handle. Now Centennial at set point. Nice play there as Andy Klosowski gets the tip to take set 1. In set 2, Centennial with a 4-point lead. Blaine battling back hard to cut the deficit to 3 points here in the middle of the set. Another tough point. That's Klosowski again to bring Centennial to set point in set 2. And it's that strike down the middle that'll secure set 2. Now the Cougars lead 2-0. We'll see if Blaine can try and fire back. Blaine gets the point there from a what looked like a free ball, but ended up resulting in a point. Blaine up 4 points. On the outside, there's Ash McClellan with a nice shot. Fast forward to set point, and that's the finisher.
I think it's just our discipline.
Blaine cuts the set's deficit to 1. They're just down 1 set now here in set 4. It's tied 6-6. Everything on the line for Blaine now. Centennial with the 5-point lead. Blaine firing back. There's a nice dig, and there's a nice shot from the outside for Blaine. It's match point. On the outside, gets the job done. Centennial goes on to win the battle, the rivalry, 3 sets to 1.
On, but we need to own our court and play as a team.
Yeah, and you individually tonight, we had you unofficially for 16 kills. You guys just did not make a lot of mistakes. Really good on the serve receive. How was kind of the passes to you? How did your teammates set you up to have such a great chance to be successful?
Yeah, our defense won that game for us. Being super consistent in the back row and then having a setter that can put up a great ball all the time is what wins us games.
Jackie, your head coach, is a great coach. She's been doing it for a long time. Centennial hasn't been this close to getting to state in quite a while. Is that something that you guys talked about as a goal heading into the year? And can we talk about state now that you guys are 1 win away?
Yeah, that's been a goal since the beginning of the year, and now that we're 1 win away, it's just back in the gym and working until that next game on Thursday.
How much do you guys want to win this next game? Not just for you and your team, but for Jackie, the head coach, too, who's been doing it for a long time.
We want it really bad. We want it. We're ready.
All right, coming up next week on Thursday in the section final, what are you looking forward to next week?
It's going to be the energy and the intensity of the match. Will be the best part of the whole game.
History in the making for Centennial. You see Elena Hakey with 14 kills, 4 aces. She was the difference maker in this one, able to get the job done at the service line, at the net, you name it. Hakey able to do it. Such a young face as well. Klosowski, 12 kills. And it's Centennial moving on to the championship for their section. 1 win away from state Blythe.
How exciting. You could tell, of course, getting to see in that interview just how pumped they really are.
And it'll be number 3 Forest Lake at Blaine High School.
Yeah, which crazy. I mean, to see Centennial there on November 3rd, having to get it done.
And they're playing some of their best volleyball. Honestly, probably in program history, some would say, but especially right now at the tail end of the season and now in the section tournament, a 3-0 win against Coon Rapids to open the tournament that we saw, and then the emotional rivalry matchup win 3-1 over Blaine. So really, the 1 seed and the 3 seed, it'll be an exciting match. November 3rd, this Thursday, only a couple days away.
Well, lots to look forward to on our North Metro TV Sports, but what I love about this season and about Sports Day, getting to come in, we get to see how our teams fare during the holidays. Mary, do you have a favorite movie that you always are looking forward to watching during Halloween?
Oh, yes. There's this really scary movie called The Haunt that I recommend everyone see. Other than that,
have
I'm
nightmares
excited.
now?
Yeah, it's a little scary. It's the first thing that came to mind.
So if you don't want nightmares, yeah, maybe if you don't want nightmares, maybe Hocus Pocus. You might not have nightmares.
Hocus
Still
Pocus.
a fun one.
Love it.
But you guys, thanks for joining us on our Halloween special, our episode of Sports Den, where we get to come in costume. We have Batgirl. We have apparently just some Halloween spirit
Pumpkin.
over here. Yeah, a pumpkin. With my hair too, that works.
Yeah.
But you guys, thanks for tuning in to Sports Den. I'm Blythe Whaley alongside Mary Rominger. And on behalf of my entire crew, hope you had a happy Halloween. And we'll see you guys next time.